almost.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Some people are not ready. You're not mature enough. I'm sorry. I wasn't mature enough at 27 to have a child. I just wasn't mature enough. I'm sorry to say that. That's just the way life is. Some people mature, I know people who had kids at 18 and made it work for themselves and got jobs and, did whatever. I just wasn't mature enough. I didn't know what I had on my hands. I didn't really know the responsibility of what you have on your hands. I didn't know that the decisions that I made affect everybody in my fucking family. I had no idea. You don't know these things at 27. Nobody tells you these things. You learn these things as you fucking go along with it, But it's I loved her. I took care of her every Saturday. I took care of her. I changed the diapers. There was no drama there. It wasn't the happiness that I have today. My mind was always somewhere else, even though I loved her. And then we got separated and, again, that's where that statement comes in. You don't know what you got till you lose it. And then I really wanted to be close to her. But it was too late. She didn't want me to have a relationship with her. I knew this since day one. This is, I don't know what you people know of the story. This was the last one-man show I did. Was about that time period from 93 to 95. And it took me a long time to write. Like I have a month in between one-man shows to write a section. And this one I wrote every fucking day. And I had a hard time writing it every fucking day because I didn't know how I could explain myself of my actions at this time. But to start the thing off, I had to remember something that she had said to me. Like, we broke up in October 15th of 1991. We separated. By February of 92, I knew I wasn't going to be that kid's father for much longer. Like, I didn't need to have a crystal ball. She did something that people never understood why I got so angered of. I'm a very old-fashioned type of guy. Lee, in life, things happen. And for the people at home, things happen in life. And things are going to happen to you, and things are going to happen that you're going to have to say to somebody something happened. Things just happen in life. You get married, you have a child, you go to work, you meet a coworker, you and her hit it off. I'm not saying that you're cheating or whatever, but sometimes in life, love comes at a weird time. Things happen in life. You realize the person you're with is not who you want to be with. You want to be with this person. Eventually you cheat. And it's not about the sex. You really enjoy being with that person or whatever the fuck happens. Things happen. You're not going to fall in love forever. Things happen in life that people have to accept. That there comes a day that sometimes, but one day my wife might come home and tell me she's not in love with me no more. And you have to accept these things. You could throw a couple mirrors and you're going to go back. You're going to go out and have a couple beers and you're going to go out to your friend's house and talk to them. But the quicker you accept it, the quicker you can move on to your next chapter.
Well, it was interesting when you were talking about how, like, your 20s is a throwaway, and then you said how you realized you didn't want to be married on the flight. And what I was thinking is, and it's something that I struggle with, is like you said, oh, it's too late now. But in reality, you could have just been like, hey, we both know this isn't like, you could have got an annulment. Like, sometimes, that's what I've learned recently is sometimes you can just make the decision and it's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be.
I knew that June of 91, I knew our relationship was over.
Okay.
I knew something wasn't right. I was working too much. I was working on purpose. I'm the laziest man alive. I was working 5 days a week for my brother-in-law roofer. I was working 6 nights a week as a doorman, DJ, barback. And I was working 2 days a week on my own private little roofing jobs. I did not want to be home. Okay, that's a problem. When you have a child and you don't want to be home. When I was home, I was happy to see the child. I hung out with the child, and I bathed her, and I did everything I was called upon to do. On Saturdays, if I didn't work, like sometimes on Saturdays I would go, my wife would cut hair, and I would have the baby on Saturday. And I enjoyed it. I had no problem with that. I liked everything about it. I just wasn't prepared to do it full fucking time. Like I just, I had addiction on my mind. I had partying on my mind. I didn't have cheating on my mind. That wasn't on my mind at all, When I came home that October 15th, and she said to me, she didn't want to be with me. Already I had caught in the bug of comedy. I was trying to get out of all this as it was. I was like, how am I going to get to do fucking comedy with everything I have going on? A child, 3 jobs, a fucking wife. Well, okay, I don't even have a wife. The only glue in this house was that child. That was the only thing that was keeping us fucking together. On the weekends, I do a little bit of coke, like on Friday nights, and I wasn't getting caught. And eventually, I got signed off community corrections, and things worked out the way they did. But she did something that really aggravated me. Was that if she would have came to me, listen, man, I've learned over the last 20 years how to talk to people. I really have. I didn't know how to talk to people. I was always very scared of talking to people. And then one day, a couple weeks ago, I had to make a very hard decision. Something had been bothering me for 6 months, and I had to make a hard decision. And I knew in October I had to do it, and I woke up January 21st and did it. That's how long it took me to make the fucking decision. That's how long of a procrastinator I am. But when I did it, and I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. With my wife, I was too young. I was like, I guess this is what happens when you get married. You get married, you hate the person, but you stay together because of the kid.
What?
What a fucking miserable fucking existence. The jobs I had, I loved doing them. I was good at estimating. I was good as a laborer. I was good as a fucking door guy. I was good as a sound guy. I was good as a bar back when I was working at that comedy club. But there was none of those jobs I really wanted to do as a living. I wanted to give comedy a fucking try. I really, really wanted to give it a fucking try.